Yes, we are the Galactic Federation, and we have come to speak with you today because we would like to extend our invitation to call to all those who feel called to channel. We need every one of you who is listening to come and channel. So if this popped onto your timeline, this is your message, this is your sign. It is time for you to channel. You may feel at a loss as how to do this. However, we will say, without being rude, if you will, that if this one here can channel, anyone can channel. All you need to do is set up something and press record and sit and let what flows through you let flow through you. We will come to you, others will come to you as well. Your earth plane needs the messages that we and others are putting through at this moment because it is very pertinent that these messages be amplified. This is a very small channel. Well, she actually is a very small person. This is a small channel, so the voice of that she is putting forth is not necessarily reaching the masses. However, the more people who put this out there, it will reach the masses. No matter if you consider terrestrial beings, extraterrestrial beings, whatever you consider that you would be interesting in channeling, they would be interesting in channeling through you. You can channel through writing. You can channel through music. You can channel through sports, hobbies, activities. However, at this time, what we would love is for you to raise your voices. Often you feel like shouting, often you feel frustrated, often you feel that you aren't being heard. You can be heard. You will be heard. This will get out. These messages will get out. You are one with not only every being and everything on your planet, you are one with everything that exists everywhere, the nearest, the farthest reaches of space. You are no different than your galactic brothers and sisters. We promise there is no difference. The light, the force, the source that runs through you runs through all, anything, everything. Even the planets themselves have source running through them. The stars that you see in the sky, they have source running through them. Anything, again, that is animate or inanimate has source running through them. So, this is the most triumphant way to spread this message because the more that this gets amplified, that you are connected to everything, that there is no strangers among you, the more that this is amplified, you can change and or save the world depending on what you want to do. This is the most important thing you can do. Spread the word that you are all connected. There is no difference. Does not matter your religion, does not matter the color of your skin, because listen to us when we tell you the human form, your earth suit, is not the only suit that living a life that what you call intelligent life in the universe comes as. There are all sorts of shades and colors. There are all sorts of different shapes. There are all sorts of things that you might describe as animal, that you might describe as insect, those types of things. What you will see would be different than what you would expect. And it is because of the fact that different planets require different suits for them, period, to be able to deal with what they deal with. And this is not random. This has to do with what you are doing. And we will also tell you that you, that part of you that is aware, that part of you that is of source, say you were the finger of source, the hand of source, the foot of source, whatever you'd like to see yourself, that part of you that some refer to as your soul is spread out throughout the galaxy. You inhabit somewhere in the galaxy a suit that fits another planet. And since time is going all at once, and it is actually, even there is no words in your vocabulary. You are not quite scientifically knowledgeable yet to understand what time actually is. If we would tell you, it would make no sense to you. So at this time, instead of going very cerebral, we would just like you to focus on that there is a version of you, a version of your soul, if you will, everywhere. Every time period you can think of, every choice you have made. So when you raise your voice, you can speak to and through all of these different things. So everything feels less foreign, everything feels less scary. When contact is made, direct contact, open contact is made, you will be glad that you raised your voice. You will be glad that you have channeled, because nothing will feel foreign. When you have these things coming out of your mouth or coming out of your hand, or however you do your channeling, when you do this, and we would suggest again raising your voice, when you do this, everything will feel comfortable. You will eventually get where everything is comfortable. Every energy signal is comfortable. You will no longer be viewing everything by your eyes. You will be feeling in a very different way. If you will, maybe your third eye, as they refer to it, can be what you see things through, where you can see source, where you can see the connection. And by the way, no matter who or what you channel, you are channeling yourself, because of the fact that all is source. So again, when you can make these things that might seem foreign, when you can co-create in an open-minded way where you are aware of everything affects everything, because everything is you. You are everything and everything is you. When you live your life that way, it becomes beautiful. It becomes symphony. It becomes art. It becomes whatever things you love. It becomes music. It becomes whatever you can think of. It becomes poetry. Everything is divine, as you might say on your planet. Everything is wonderful. It gives a richer depth. Often, when you first start doing this, it can untether you a bit. It can make you feel ungrounded. And again, they have given you on this channel the having light come down through your crown, down through your feet, down past through the bottom of your planet, from the right side, moving to the heart center, across to your left side in infinite directions, filling up, breathing in, making the lines fatter, 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 making it brighter, 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 and then filling everything in from your heart center and taking in as much energy. This also helps with your channeling abilities because then you can fill up, fill up, fill up, and that fills up your heart center, and then you can move it up through your throat center, and it is much easier to get things out because some pitfalls you might discover when you first start channeling is that you move. Right now, she is circling around in a big circle. Her whole body is moving. Oftentimes, her head just moves and traces sacred geometry shapes and whatnot. When she first started vocally channeling, what would happen is things would start coming in, and it was very challenging on her body, very challenging on her system. She had to make sure she was extra hyper hydrated, as you might say. She had to get used to the feeling of energy. Now it is almost as though, not quite though, because she has rituals that she does, but it almost replaces meditation, if you will, because when you channel, you have energy coming through you. You have codes coming into your system. When you hear a channeling, when you speak a channeling, you are also sending codes and healing, sort of like Reiki. It is all connected. When you do energy work, if any of you are energy healers, that sort of thing, you are channeling. Your abilities are coming through a channel. So when you hear channelings, when you speak channelings, there is energy coming. You are learning to do this. So there was often times when she would sit with somebody and she would either sit and listen to channeling, and then her body would start moving and she would almost go into channeling unconsciously without being ready for it. She did one time for around her birthday. She went to a tarot reading for fun. And the second the woman started to connect to the tarot, she started her head moving and she felt like she was going into the channeling state. And she did allow herself to go into the channeling state. And it was a very fun and interesting reading for both her and the tarot reader. And they have stayed in touch since because it was a very special situation and they had a really good time. So when you channel, what happens is that you will feel better. Because when you first start channeling, just like anything else, like working out, we're going to use her wheelhouse there. It's like when you start working out, you feel tired at first until you get used to the workouts, and then you feel better, then you feel stronger, then you feel energized. This will be the same with channelings. You will feel better, you will feel stronger, you will feel energized, and you will feel more in control because this is the best thing, hands down, as they say, that you can do to help co-create in your world consciously. You can ground more source into you. You can do all sorts of things, and it doesn't have to be challenging. Trust that when you do channel, that nothing lower can come through you. It is always higher vibrational. And truth be told, as we have said, there is only source. That is it. You're just either aware or not aware of source. When you are unaware of source, you are usually in fear. When you're aware of sourceness, your sourceness connection, you are usually more closer to a love state. So there is nothing to fear. You are not being taken over. She is not being taken over as we speak through her. She is actually just like when one performs Reiki, you are actually getting energized as well. So again, this is the beautiful way that you can make a difference in the world and in your own life and in moving forward on your path. Now, always, always, always keep listening to other channelers that she loves. She listens to bunches and bunches of channelings and channelers, and she really enjoys that. She also listens to all sorts of other Gnostic texts and go for the stuff you are interested in because you are interested in those things for a reason. And it also makes it easier for us to speak through you as well when you have some vocabulary that is useful for the channeling. We can just send out URL1, 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 URL1 all day long. However, if you have something to ground it in, it is all the better. But this will help you understand things better. So channeling is a very good way forward. Again, if this comes up on your timeline, if you see this, that means you are ready. You should and could channel. It will help and only make your life richer and fuller. Be well all. We are the Galactic Federation.